Hey everyone, before we officially get started, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. All right, welcome to today's Explainer. We are going to be unpacking what I think is the ultimate catalyst for business growth and agility right now. We're talking about the true edge that modern companies are using to not just survive, but absolutely thrive and frankly leave their competition in the dust. So if you're the kind of person who loves digging into the real structural mechanics of how businesses grow today, you are definitely in the right place. Let's just jump right into it.
So, you gotta wonder, what is the absolute secret to staying ahead in today's crazy, fast-paced digital world? I mean, how does some businesses pivot on a dime while others just sort of get left behind? Well, the answer we're diving into today all comes down to mobile technology that's been specifically designed for business flexibility. We're seeing more and more organizations adopt these super sophisticated mobile ecosystems, and today we're going to break down exactly why that has become the vital ingredient for their success.
Section 1. The Mobile Tech Revolution.
Now, to really grasp the impact here, we first need to define the playing field. When we talk about mobile tech today, we definitely aren't just talking about making phone calls anymore. We're talking about a massive, interconnected ecosystem. It's this whole combination of IT tools and devices that let teams communicate seamlessly, share data in an instant, and manage really complex tasks from virtually anywhere on the planet. Whether you're hopping on a 3G, 4G, or 5G network, or connecting via Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, it's this incredibly broad web of connectivity that has fundamentally unchained the desk worker. Just think back for a second to how far we've actually come. I mean, in the past, business mobility basically meant lugging around one of those massive, bulky, brick-like cellular phones that did exactly one thing: make a crackly voice call. Present day? Totally different story. We've got an absolute arsenal of sleek smartphones, high-powered tablets, pinpoint-accurate GPS tools, and advanced wearables. We're basically carrying cloud-connected supercomputers in our pockets. And honestly, this hardware evolution is exactly what has transformed how entire businesses operate from the ground up.
All right, let's move to Section 2, supercharging business responsiveness.
So, we've seen the tools, but how do they actually impact day-to-day operations across different industries? We're talking everything from finance all the way to retail. Well, I absolutely love this quote from our source material. Mobile technology empowers teams to communicate effortlessly no matter where they're located. And when it's adopted correctly, the advantages are just incredible. Just think about massive geographical barriers. Imagine trying to handle a sudden, really complex supply chain issue or coordinating a huge project with stakeholders spread out across totally different time zones. Without mobile tech, that's a logistical nightmare. With it, it's pretty effortless.
Okay, so how do we actually achieve that effortless state? It really comes down to leaning on these essential, on-the-go communication tools. You've got messaging apps for firing off quick queries, video conferencing platforms to get that crucial face-to-face alignment, and of course, mobile emails for formal documentation. These are the exact tools that keep every single member of a team in perfect sync, no matter where they happen to be sitting.
But here's what's really interesting. Communication is honestly only half the battle. You also need the data, right? Cloud-based mobile systems give you on-the-go access to vital documents, reports, and analytics anytime, literally anywhere. Let's picture this for a second. You've got a sales rep out in the field. Right before they walk into a big pitch, they can pull up the absolute latest live client data right there on their tablet. Or imagine a manager rushing through an airport who can just pull out their phone and instantly view real-time performance metrics. That is the definition of ultimate business responsiveness.
Section 3. Winning the customer experience.
We've seen how this totally supercharges things internally, but what about the outward-facing side? What about the buyers? The logic here is super simple. People already spend hours on their mobile devices every single day, so why wouldn't a business just meet their customers exactly where they already are? There are really 4 core features to a seamless, mobile-driven customer experience. First up, personalized notifications and updates. Keeps the customer totally in the loop. Second, AI-powered chatbots that provide instant 24/7 support. Third, tailored recommendations based purely on that specific user's habits. And finally, secure, super convenient payment options. When you integrate those 4 things together, you aren't just engaging your clients for a minute. You're building deep, lasting loyalty.
Section 4, effortless scaling and remote work. Engaging customers is great, obviously. But what happens when all that engagement leads to massive growth? If you're a business owner watching this, these next few questions might actually raise your blood pressure a little bit. Do you suddenly need to add a ton more users? Do you need to integrate new features quickly? Or maybe handle a massive, unexpected spike in web traffic? These are the classic, kind of terrifying pain points of business growth. In the old days, scaling meant
Actually, scratch that. It meant buying incredibly expensive physical servers and hiring entirely new departments just to manage them.
But today, mobile tech grows right alongside you. The really crucial point here is that most mobile platforms run on flexible cloud infrastructure, and this allows for incredibly simple scaling. Whether you're a tiny startup just testing the waters or a massive established enterprise getting ready for a huge expansion, you can scale up seamlessly. But strategically, this next part is just as vital. You can scale down just as simply. During a market dip, this completely eliminates the worry of wasted resources in those huge, hefty overheads. It can literally save a business from financial ruin because you are only ever paying for exactly what you need.
And you know, that scalability absolutely applies to your human resources too. Think about the huge difference between restricted local hiring versus tapping into a remote, global workforce. When geography is no longer a restriction, it's just so much easier to find the absolute perfect match for your team, regardless of where they happen to live. Mobile collaboration tools keep the global conversations flowing smoothly, while the productivity tools ensure your team is staying completely on top of their tasks in a remote or hybrid setup. Suddenly, the whole world is your talent pool.
Which brings us to Section 5, how to integrate smoothly.
Okay, so we know the why and we know the what, but how do we actually build a solid foundation so this works? Because just throwing money at technology is never enough. To truly future-proof your establishment, you've got to follow these 3 steps. Step 1, train your staff. Do not leave your team in the dark. You have to provide practical training sessions so they actually feel confident using these tools. Step 2, prioritize security. You're dealing with incredibly sensitive business and customer data here, so systems like two-factor authentication and encrypted file sharing, those are absolutely non-negotiable. And finally, Step 3, monitor and optimize. You've got to continually collect feedback from your team and constantly tweak your processes, ensuring you are getting the absolute most out of your investment.
At the end of the day, harnessing mobile technology for business flexibility is just no longer optional. It is 100% essential. So, I want to leave you with this final thought to ponder. Is your current business setup flexible enough to actually thrive in tomorrow's digital world? Take a really hard look at your operations, your tools, and your team. If the answer is no, well, it might just be time to embrace the mobile edge. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep adapting, and I'll see you all next time.